like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength, now I'm the only one, only one.
Hey ladies and gents, welcome to a passing combinations tutorial. So what we're looking at today is mainly being in the final third of your opponent's half, where you pin them back, and we'll be discussing the stage on how we get there in the first place. But once you have pinned them back, it's all about passing combinations, pass and move, 1-2s in order to fashion a chance, as you're seeing here. So let's just look at the build up first. So you're probably going to notice a lot of sideways passing. Here I'm holding the player select button and the pass button. This one will send my player on a player run. And why do I do that? Because I'm looking ahead of him and I'm seeing the gap in between, and I think if he fills that gap, you can see the amount of options he's got if he was to receive the ball. But more importantly, watch the Real Madrid defense here as he runs forward. It forces their midfielders back and then he drops off. I'm just going to freeze it here because I want to point out Real Madrid's three midfielders. Look how Cruz, from that one little bit of play, is right back on the edge of his penalty box. And now we've switched it to the other wing. Casemiro does exactly the same as Cruz. He's now on the edge of his own penalty box, and he's probably the most defensive minded of those three midfielders. So now he's out of the way, I think I can penetrate through the middle. And look at the gaps between the centre backs and their full backs, and the space in between the defence and midfield for Real Madrid. So now I'm going to exploit that space in between the centre backs and full backs, and that allows me to get around the side and get a low cross in. So look at the big gaps there, allowing me to pull that pass off and get the shot off. It is possible to build your attacks right through the middle. However, if we just look at this team that I'm playing here, I think it's Alaves. Look how narrow they are until I get the ball out on this wing. That presents the opportunities when I bring it back in field into these areas. Now look at the gaps in between the lines. So there's bigger gaps, and they managed to scramble it away. It looks great when you score a goal after combining 20 or 30 passes, especially when you start to increase the tempo in and around the penalty box, but they don't always come off. Sometimes you'll find your passes go astray. So let's break every single pass down. So I'm just going to run down the wing. That will force the AI back in deep into their penalty box. Just a normal pass in field to Griezmann. Then with Griezmann, I'm going to play a ball backwards using the through ball. And the reason I do that is to bring that player forward. And also helps maintain that pressure on the opponent, pinning them in. A poor first touch means I have to improvise a little bit. So I'm just holding the right stick down in order to lift the ball over the incoming challenge. So I'm using the through ball again here to bring my player forward, and what I'm doing is probing and waiting for something to open up. Now I've pulled one of their players out and he's committed. That's going to allow me to play a 1-2 here, allow me to break into that space that I've circled, hold the player select button and press the pass button to set a player on a run. And then we're going to do exactly the same again with this player, so sending him on a run. But that stumble actually benefited me, so it left him in space to return the through ball. But most importantly, notice how I took a touch and almost came to a stop. This helps draw the defender in, but also increases the accuracy of the through ball. So the player run that initially happened, we are now continuing that player run by holding the player select button and passing the ball again. More importantly, look at the defender. He's actually been drawn out towards me, which makes it a perfect 1-2 opportunity. And then I play a through ball, allowing him to finish, creating a stunning combination goal. Now if you've stayed with me through this video so far, I just want to teach you a real nice through ball technique that works really well. So with his back to goal, look at the angle of the left analog stick. It's almost 90 degrees from the way he's facing, and this is so good for catching defences unaware. And just one more example, this time it's a lofted through ball, so once again 90 degrees from the way the player is facing that left analog stick, and that is an absolute beauty of a ball. And you don't have to use this type of through ball just for playing a player through to goal. You can use it for teeing people up on the edge of the box, as you're seeing here in both of these examples. So you're seeing that combination play at the start, using player runs, but then that sort of special through ball there just to set up the shot from the edge of the box. That, ladies and gents, concludes the pass and move and passing combinations tutorial. I will be bringing out a passing tutorial in the coming days, and basically this is just going to be focusing on the left arm stick, how much power you need to apply, and also a Barcelona formation that's going to help you absolutely dominate teams. And I'm going to show you how to do that against Real Madrid. That's all from me, ladies and gents. Take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you in my future videos. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.